my number one strength is called achiever. And achiever just means get it done. I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna get it done. I'm an achiever. My number 34 strength is empathy. Empathy means just feeling other people's pain and being in touch with the emotions around you, okay? So I'm number one achiever, number 34 empathy. Karen is number one empathy and number 34 achiever. We are exact opposites. Alan said, I don't know that I've ever tested two people who are more opposite than you and Karen. You're opposite. I've known it for many years. You're opposite. So I'm an achiever. I wake up, I get it done. Karen is empathy. She feels. Karen lives in a feeling. She's very healthy, by the way. I'm not talking, this isn't a bad thing, it's a good thing. But Karen feels, okay? I don't feel. I mean, I guess I feel things, you know, but an example of how I don't feel is sometimes I'll have a toothache and my teeth start hurting. Well, when my teeth start hurting, I know I have a headache. And so when my teeth start hurting, I'll think to myself, I better have a headache. And I'll think about it for a minute or two, and I realize I have a terrible headache, and I've had it for several days. And people say, well, you just don't feel headaches? I don't feel like other people. I just don't. Why? I don't know. I just don't feel. But my wife feels for me. She lives in a constant feeling. When I'm talking to Karen on the phone when she's in the car, I'm getting a rundown on everybody in her life that she's passing. Every bump in the road, all the traffic, all the people who pull in front of her. And sometimes when we're talking on the phone when she's driving, I just have to say, focus, focus. I just want to talk about what we're having for supper. I don't want to hear about everybody on the road. Okay. We were eating dinner one night. We were eating at a restaurant, and we had a bad waitress. She was just a bad waitress. And she's slow. We couldn't find her. She got the order wrong, all that kind of stuff. And so I realized about halfway through dinner that Karen was focused on that waitress. And I knew what was about to happen. I've lived with a sister many years. I knew it was about to happen. And I said, leave it alone. And she said, no, there's something wrong with that waitress. I'm gonna find out what it is. I said, leave it alone. We're gonna eat and go. We're not here to fix anybody tonight, okay? We're just gonna eat and leave, okay? And we will feel like we've achieved something. It wasn't 2 seconds that waitress was over, and Karen had all of her personal history and ministered to her. And and when it was over, I just thought, well, that was real touching. You know, that was great. But her emotions make me nervous. To this day, they just make me nervous, you know, because I just don't feel, so we're different. We're different. Well, here's what happened. Early in our marriage, I would just say, you're weird. What's wrong with you? You feel too much. You're not supposed to feel everything. You know? And I would just shame her, and she did the same with me. We just rejected each other. And when we were hurting each other, that's what we did. And then as our marriage matured, I remember the conversation that we had one day, and Karen said to me, she said, Jimmy, I am sorry. I am so sorry for how I feel. I know it bothers you. I know that you think that I feel too much, and I'm gonna try not to. I'm sorry. And here's what I said to Karen, and I meant it from the bottom of my heart. Karen, I need someone like you in my life. Please don't stop feeling.